It's date night. It's date night. It's date night. It's date night. It's date night.
Go. Hi everybody, it's Kelly and my boyfriend Jesse.
Hey.
And you're here for another episode of Date Night, episode 3, babe.
Episode 3, I know. We're going to be 3 in the can right now.
You know what's really cool about this one?
What's that?
So we did get an email.
Oh, sweet. We got our first email.
We got our first email. So yeah, I'm going to pull it up so we can
Okay,
read it.
great. Yeah, let's pull it up.
Yeah, this is really cool to get the feedback that we got.
That's going to be dope. I can't wait to hear it.
For sure. All right, so here's we got a question on this one.
Okay.
It says, hey, Kelly and Jesse.
Yep.
With a 5-month-old at home, date nights are pretty rare, but we still like to carve out time for each other.
Yeah.
We will have game nights. We'll paint each other, which is always hilarious. We'll take the baby rollerblading.
Oh.
And sometimes we just like to have a couple drinks and ask each other some deep, dark questions. Says, if you guys have any date night ideas while having small children, I'm all ears. Love the pod.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
It's tough having a little one and trying to squeeze in time for each other.
Yeah, that is true. And I think, like, you know, what they're doing already, incorporating some of the smaller things and, you know, adding your baby into, you know, all the fun outside things is perfect. And you're doing great at that. You know, for date nights, get a babysitter. That's my biggest piece of advice. Get a babysitter. And if you need a babysitter, I'm offering straight up. This is a friend of mine. I'm straight up offering. That's not for anybody that listens to this podcast.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing too, is like, as a parent these days, like, you know, when we were kids, our parents would hire the girl down the street, you know, that went to school, you know, and like...
There wasn't all the vetting that we have now.
No, but generally speaking, those girls were okay. Like, you know, they may have walked outside and smoked a cigarette or whatever, and had their boyfriend over. But, you know, for the most part, they were...
Everybody made it out okay.
We were all right. But now, in the world we live in, getting a babysitter is...
Yeah.
It's kind of an ordeal because unless it's a relative, which, you know what, you got to know those too, because those are the ones that'll, you know, surprise you in a bad way, not like a happy surprise, more you know.
But I mean, truly, yeah.
That's tough.
Find you someone that can at least buy you a few hours. And I swear to God, even if you guys don't do anything but just hang out together and nap, it is that time alone, just the two of you, that is key to having this one-on-one romantic connection and keeping that going.
Well, I think too, if you can't get a babysitter and stuff, don't go to the movies. Don't be those people. Don't do that.
Oh, take the baby to the
movies.
Oh
my God. Yeah, when Saving Private Ryan came out, this is a long time ago. When Saving Private Ryan came out.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Well, it's burned into my memory that some fucking dusty twat waffles brought their baby to a movie that was going to have explosions and shooting and like, you know.
Probably not the best.
This baby was screaming at the top of its lungs and we were all like, yo.
We thought it was just going to be so loud that nobody would even notice.
Well, eventually somebody got the usher and he came in and got the baby out of there and we all clapped. Not for Saving Private Ryan, great movie, but it didn't get an ovation. The baby leaving got an ovation. Don't be those people. Those are bad people.
Seriously, I mean, there's times for the family events.
Yes.
Just the date nights. And I don't think that I could express that enough. Make sure you keep that going.
Yeah.
Even at the start of where you're at right now, at 5 months, it's easy to lose that connection between the two of you when you're both hyper focused on
the baby. Yeah.
Small, perfect little human being.
And, you know, a lot of times marriages do struggle in that regard, or relationships, because not everybody's married that has a kid, but relationships do struggle with that because, your focus is on the kid, but then one partner, usually one of the other, will lose sight of the fact that the other one's needs aren't being met in that regard. And you got to have sexy times, okay? You got to figure it out. I know she's got fucking baby vomit on her shirt, but the shirt's coming off, okay? Like, you know, you figure it out. Put the baby down for a nap and clap those cheeks.
Jesse's best advice yet.
Yeah. You know.
That's great. I really do appreciate you writing in.
But also, too, like getting back to the things you can do with the kids, like going to the park is a good one. Going to an activity that would be fun for kids and adults alike, you know, where there's some sort of supervision other than you. But like, yeah, obviously you're still going to watch your kid, but there's like there's like people there that are looking out for things to happen as well. Like, you know, Sky Zone or something. You can go bounce as a family, not with a 5-year-old, but hey, you're putting her on your back with the roller skates. So, you know, or the rollerblades.
At 5 months, so they do have the little smush block pit that they can throw kids into.
I don't know.
It's still too small.
No, that's still too small for the giant foam ball pit or foam pit, because that little kid, all it's going to take is somebody jumping in that doesn't see that baby, and there's no more baby, and it's on the news. and you don't want to be on the news for that, and I don't want to watch it because it breaks my heart. So please don't do that. Don't.
Okay.
The kid needs to be at least 4 or 5 for the foam.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. I'd put a toddler in there.
I would not. You would?
I'd put a 2-year-old.
Those kids running.
Guys, right there. No. At the one that is only.
Only for the little. I didn't see that one. Okay, never mind.
Only for babies.
If it's only for babies, then it's okay.
You're thinking the big one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and I was like, they have a fucking swing. You could just swing out there and then land on your small child. No, not that one.
No, they do have a smaller one. You can get in there. And
just give your baby a helmet and be like, "Good luck."
It's life.
We'll see if there's a first birthday. We don't know. You know, the world's a tough place. No, but doing stuff like that, like going to the park, or that's fun because but with a 5-month-old, it's like you're still doing.
Well, yeah, but things like going to the park, or going to the beach, or whatever, where they can experience things slowly, like touching. It sounds so silly, touching the grass, or just picking up the sand and feeling the sand.
Tactile things,
all those things are really interesting to that age range.
Yeah, and look, and if you can't get a sitter and you're going out to dinner, so be it. Okay, like I'm not mad at parents that bring their little small children to dinner.
No.
It's dinner, okay? I expect children to be around where there's food. Yeah. I don't expect them to be in Saving Private Ryan or any other rated R movie or any movie in general. Stop it. Just stop doing it. Anyway, I feel very passionate about taking your kid to the movie. Okay. Because it's as expensive as it is to go to the movies.
It is expensive.
Like, you remember, like, dinner and a movie date was a very...
You didn't just waste their tickets. You wasted everyone else's, too.
Because dinner and a movie date used to be, like, a cheap date that you could take your date out on and not spend a lot of money, but have a good time. And now, dinner...
$75 later.
Yeah, because look, you're on a date. You're going to get her popcorn. You're going to get a big popcorn to share. You're going to get a couple of drinks. Okay, that's $30, $40 now at the movie theater. Plus your tickets are $30. Plus dinner was over $100. If you got drinks, maybe $200. Yeah. Now you're in for a $400 night almost. And why? And that goes back to this thing that I was talking about to you earlier. Was there's these rash of videos online where, like, these women say, "Oh, I don't do coffee dates," or I don't do, let's go to the park or whatever dates. I don't do that as a first date. I'm a high value woman. I'm gonna need you to take me out to dinner and blah 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 blah. Right?
And you need the fanciest stuff right up front. Well, why?
Why? It's a first date. I don't know you.
No one ever asked me out on a coffee date ever before. But you know what? That would have been a perfect way in. I fucking love my coffee.
Would have taken you to Starbucks. Our first date was a little unconventional. We could talk about that later. But, it wasn't really a date per se. It was a date with destiny, more likely. But, it's like, I don't know you. I want to get to know you. I don't want to be doing something where we're distracted. I want to have one-on-one time to feel you out. And if I feel like, okay, I'm really interested in this person, then I'm going to go invest that money and, like, let's go out and do something together and have a good time and see what this person's like in that kind of environment. because really all the first few dates is like a job interview
Yeah.
in a way.
Well.
In a way, like you're interviewing to be that person's partner.
Yes.
Because you're asking questions. You're giving responses about how you feel about this. Do our interests match? Do our values match? Because if your values don't match, there's no point in a second date. Like, you know, if you're somebody that believes X and somebody that believes B, it's never going to jive.
Well, this is kind of like where we got onto, you know, talking about the first couple dates is where you start to see, you get the hints of the red flags and the green flags.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of make that decision if you're going to continue to go forward. Yeah,
I think so. I think like everybody has their different red and green flags. There's some universal red flags that you should definitely be like, whoa, and then like that's it. You know, you're out of there, and nobody can blame you. What are some of your red flags that if a guy presented those flags to you, you'd have to be like?
Well, it's just like always telling victim type stories. That is a huge.
Oh, the woe is me vibe.
Flag,
yeah,
yes.
I don't need that. No,
that's not a good one for me. What about you?
A red flag for me is clinginess. Like if you need me to be your everything all the time, that's exhausting.
Yeah.
I
think
can't
we balance that out really
No,
well,
we do.
don't
We both have our own lives with a lot going on.
Yeah.
So find yourself somebody with the same kind of stuff that's going on, that they have time to be occupied with their jobs, with whatever they're doing, their interests, and you as well. Because yes, quality time together is great, but having a separate time where you can just do stuff for you, that's going to nurture yourself.
If it's just a
small things.
But I've seen these type of relationships that you're talking about where people are just so codependent. Or it's one-sided.
Yeah.
But
I can't put all my energy into you and then I have none left for me.
Right.
And then not only do I have none left for me, but because I'm putting all my energies into your concerns and your worries and your insecurities and your fears, I don't feel comfortable coming to you with any of mine.
Yeah. Because
you can't be my safe space.
Right. Because you already have everything that's wrong with you.
Right.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have stuff that I'm dealing with as well, but I can't share it with you because how can I expect you to take on any more when you're dumping it all on me?
Exactly.
And that's a real problem. So that's a giant red flag.
And then you're holding on to everything yourself.
Yeah, and
you have no outlet.
And it's exhausting.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah.
It does hurt, and it's going to make you resent that person. Eventually, you're going to resent them because you have no choice. Honestly.
Yeah.
What's another red flag for you?
What with guys? I don't know. Being too clingy to their mom, and this may be an unpopular opinion.
Well, the mama's boy thing is for real. That's not an unpopular opinion. I think a lot of women share the mama's boy.
Because then it's like you're just replacing your mom, and I don't want to feel like anyone's mom.
No.
I don't like that. I don't want to feel like anyone's mom.
No, that's bad. And
I'm not saying it's bad to be close to your mom, but it's like if every conversation we have, your mom's included in it.
Oof, yeah. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I've told my mom things about stuff that's happened in my relationships just for advice. But I don't tell her all the stuff.
Yeah.
But like my dad is a shit show for advice. Like do you eat her pussy? Do you make her come? Buddy, that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but at the same time, it's not.
He is wrong because it's not all.
It's not all you have to do. You know, I look at my parents' marriage and I'm going, why am I asking you for advice on anything that has to do with women? But if
some of the advice that your dad's given did work out well.
Yes, you know, being a cunning linguist is a good skill. I just, you know, it's just, but you know, but yeah, a guy that like I was watching these. They were doing this girl was doing on the street interviews, and she was asking guys like, how do you prioritize? What do you prioritize in your life when it comes to, you know, wife, kids, parents, or whatever, or mothers, and specifically, and a lot of these guys, basically all of them, were giving all the wrong answers. Now, if you're not married, none of these things apply. But if you are married, your wife comes above everybody else. Period. End of story. Your wife is your priority. Your kids are second, and your parents are a distant third. Okay? When it comes to opinions on anything or how to do anything, like your wife is that's the person you've pledged to live your life with. That's your family now. That is that. And like a lot of these guys were like, oh, the wives are replaceable. I can get no. That is the fucking opposite attitude to have. Like, if you're not putting your wife first, then your kids can't be raised properly because your wife's needs
everything falls into place.
Yeah, your wife's needs aren't being met, so she's unhappy, and it's going to translate into everything else. And your wife is supposed to be your best friend. So you have to nurture that relationship above all else. And it's not saying you don't love your kids,
right,
or you don't love your parents, but that person that you put a ring on their finger, and it goes the same for a woman and a man. Your husband is the dude. That's it. It's him first, and then it's everybody else second. And that used to be the norm. That used to be what was conventionally accepted in society, was that's it. That's the family unit. That's what comes first, is your wife, your kids, then whoever else. And I find it odd that it's like people are answering like this now, and it's weird. Listen, I'm so happy I met this woman. I don't want to be single. It is a fucking minefield out there. I don't want to be a part of it. No, I constantly watch these videos, like we were talking about with the women in the coffee dates. Like I don't want to.
Your algorithm needs to change.
My algorithm is wild. It's that stuff. It's like crazy accidents and people blowing up and dark stuff. But I
watch his phone for fun.
Yeah, I find these conversations interesting when they're talking to these people. I do, because like it's an insight into the modern woman's mind, if you will, about what's going on. And we just watched this video together. This woman was interviewing this lady, and she's like, "Are you single?" And she was like, "Well, kinda." She's like, "What do you mean, kinda?" She's like, "Well, I just ended my 1-year relationship." She's like, "Why did you end it?" And she goes, "Well, it was a year together, and he took me out to dinner, and you know, there you go." She's like, "He only took you out to dinner?" She's like, "Yeah, he spent like $2,000 on the dinner." And she's like, "Well, that's all he did. He didn't get you a gift or anything?" And she's like, "Yeah, it was like $5,000. She's like, she's like, "I had to end it." She's like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah,
insane.
A year together, he took you out to a $2,000 dinner," which I don't even know what the fuck that's like. What's a $2,000 dinner? I mean, the most I think I've ever spent at a restaurant is $300.
I can spend that kind of money in a group.
In a group, but what do you buy? What restaurant? I mean, granted, this was LA, so I mean, who knows? $2,000 dinner in LA may be, you know, a $500 dinner in Florida, you know, at a nice restaurant with drinks.
That's true.
But at the same time, like, this man spent $7,000 on her, and it wasn't good enough. She's like, "I expected at least $10,000. And the lady was like, "Well, what did you give him?" And she's like, "Me. I gave him me." Now, if you've seen this lady, she wasn't a whole lot to look at. Okay. So I don't really know. Like, it's not like there's like rich, successful men knocking on this chick's door, beating it down to try to get to her. Like, this guy thought he was doing something sweet and thoughtful and dodged the biggest fucking bullet.
That was insane.
Yeah.
That was unrealistic.
But she's not the only one. There's a lot of women, and they're producing this content themselves, talking about, "I'm not going to go on a coffee date. I'm not going to go to Olive Garden. I'm not going to go to the Cheesecake Factory. I'm not going to..." Like, these are first dates. You're supposed to get to know this person. It is not... why am I spending $300 if I'm never going to see you again? Like, what?
I mean, yeah.
And people wonder why prostitution is a $1 billion industry.
You just solved it for everybody.
Listen, I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying, because, you know, you can take that money and get the results, you know. Not go home and pound your pud because you spent $300 for a girl that only wanted to go out to eat, you know. Mm-hmm. And look, I'm not picking on women. I'm not, because there's dudes out there that are absolute fucking nightmares. And that's my point. It's a minefield out there dating right now, and it's like, well, who do you get? Like, it's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
On what you're gonna get. Now, what are some of your green flags?
Green flags, just genuinely nice to everybody.
Yeah.
That is a huge green flag.
Yeah.
Just to strangers,
To be kind.
to your friends. Also, having your own set of friends. Major.
Big green flag. And that's what I was attracted to also with you when I found out, like, oh, you have this friend group that you hang out with and that you spend time with. And I have my friends. Yeah.
Dinner nights and trips.
Right.
And
because it is important to have your own friends. And also, early on in the dating, once you're dating for a little while, get your group of friends together with her group of friends and see how that goes.
I have made some amazing friends since I've been dating Jesse.
Yeah.
Just an amazing group of girlfriends, guy friends. Like, they're great group of people.
Yeah, man. I don't hang out with people that don't share my
you don't
look
keep
on
space.
things.
You don't keep space for negative people.
No, I don't. I can't have that in my life. I can't have that in my. If you're a Debbie Downer and you're always like, oh man, the universe is against me, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, because generally speaking, and I know, because I used to be the guy.
Yeah.
I used to be that guy that said the universe was out to get me, but in reality, it was my poor decision making that led to the outcomes that I'm there complaining. Yeah, that I'm complaining about. Like, oh, my car broke down, but I knew that there was something that needed to be fixed, and I didn't do it, and then it broke down. That's not the universe against me. That's me being a dumbass and not being,
waiting for the universe to be against you.
Yeah, waiting for the universe to fuck me so I can blame something outside myself for the mistakes that I made. And that's usually when you hear that kind of mentality from people, they haven't grown enough to figure out, like, oh, I should have taken care of this.
Yep. You got to have that self accountability. Yep.
That's another thing. Green flag, accountability. And I know that there's a lot of, like, the manosphere videos that say women are allergic to accountability, and a lot of you are, but there's a lot of us that are just the same, allergic to accountability and being responsible for your actions.
Yeah.
Like, how many dudes try to explain away cheating? It's like,
you can't explain away cheating.
No, you can't. But
you don't accidentally slip your dick in.
But men and women will try. They will try to give you a reason why they did it, and there's never a good reason. Like, if you don't like that person anymore, your life may be complicated by having to split it up. More so if you're married, but it's like, it's way easier just to do that clean break than not devastate somebody, to not hurt them in a way that's gonna hurt for a long time.
Yep.
And make them question, well, what was wrong with me? And because my ex-wife, she cheated on me, and that was devastating. Because thinking, like, maybe I'm crazy. You're thinking, like, oh, maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe it's not really happening.
Because you wouldn't think that someone that you love would actually do that to you. So it does make you feel crazy. Yeah, it makes you feel insane. And it's like, who wants to go through that? Yep.
And, so it's like, you have to surround yourself with quality people and see how your friends mix. If they don't mix well, that's kind of a red flag.
You think so?
I not to the point where it's a problem necessarily, but, like, if we can't all get together sometimes for things without a problem.
Okay. Yes.
If it's one thing, if it's I can get together and we can go out with you and your friends as couples night. Okay, but then we couldn't go out with them and then my other friends that were couples and all have, like, a group.
Yeah.
Because they don't get along. And I'm not saying that your friends all have to be buddies, but, like, at least not get into arguments or cause problems.
Yeah, but I mean, life just keeps multiplying. Like, the fun of life keeps multiplying the more
cool people you have.
The more people that you have in your life that you can share that kind of stuff with.
Yeah, I agree.
The fun and exciting things. And so, meeting you, I just instantly gained a shit fuck ton of friends.
I have
a lot of people.
I know a lot of people, and a lot of
but
it
he knows
is
a lot of good people too.
Well, like I said, it's like I've met a lot of comedians in my job that are now friends of mine, but there's not a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. There's a small circle of comedian friends that I call my friends in comedy. I'm not going to ask them to help me move. They're not those kind of friends, but they're good people and they're my friends. I don't want to ask any friend to move. To be honest with you, I hate when people.
My friends
ask me.
have helped me move more times than I should probably admit to.
Yeah, but they're good friends.
But they're amazing friends.
That's why, like, you know, I don't like the fact that I got into that car accident last year, but nobody's asking me to help them move anymore. So
There's that.
But yeah, so like I think big time green flag if your friends gel in a mixed company, and that was a great way to find out was throwing our Halloween party that we did,
Oh yeah.
and everybody got along great. There was no drama. It's funny,
Yeah.
like throwing a party in your 40s is peak party. It's way better than throwing it in your 20s, and you may have more fun and not remember it in your 20s.
Yeah, I mean, I had, got everything like all up and decorated.
Yeah.
It was more organized.
Yeah.
I could actually pay for the things that I wanted to do at the party.
Yeah.
Like I could afford it.
Yeah.
It's different than being in my 20s.
Oh yeah. Everybody brings something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, everybody still did, and what was great about it is everybody had a blast. The costumes were awesome, and everybody had a great time. A great time.
Yeah.
And I think that was a big sign to us as a couple. Like, okay, like everybody in our group
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah. It made me feel really good.
Yeah, but and also like getting back to the green flags and red flags thing. I think like you're right. Somebody has to have their own life going on. You cannot be the sole purpose for existing.
Yeah, that's when your batteries get drained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's tough because a lot of times you love that person and you will spend a good amount of time with your batteries drained before you realize I can't do this anymore.
Yep.
And it sucks. And sometimes we invest time and energy into people that don't deserve our time and energy, not because they're bad people, but just because they suck it dry.
Yep.
Like those energy vampires.
Energy vampires and social vampires. Yep.
Yeah.
All that.
And I am, like you say, like I'm an extrovert, but I have a limit to my energy as an extrovert. I reach a social limit, and once I get there, it's like I gotta go.
You got a longer social battery than I do. That's for sure.
Do I?
You do.
Okay.
You do. You have a longer.
I do like to
battery
hang
than
out.
me.
I like
You
to
do.
hang out, and I'm usually one of the last ones.
I love to hang out, but I do get to that point where it's
Time to go.
overwhelmed and time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I do get it because like I'll reach a point. It takes a while for me to reach that point, but also it depends on the situation.
Yeah. Well, and in times like that when we're somewhere together,
Mhm.
there's times where once mine kind of drains, I know I can lean on you and you can and you got the reins for a little bit, but you also notice that I'm socially drained and it's time to start wrapping it up and time to
like
get
as
moving.
soon as I feel you're either uncomfortable with a situation or you're drained and it's time to go, like we're out of there. Like I'm not
Thank you for that.
Oh, of course. Like you're my baby. I'm taking care of my baby. I'm getting you out of there. Like there's no doubt in my mind. I don't care if I'm having the time of my life. If she starts feeling uncomfortable, there's no way I'm going to make her feel uncomfortable for my own having good time, fun experiences. Like I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I think that's important too. Like I've had friends that like their girls like, oh man, I don't really want to be here anymore. And it's like, you better get an Uber home, girl, because we're having a good time tonight. Like, oh shit.
Try that.
Yeah.
Try that sometime and see what happens.
I would never.
I know.
First of all, I know that's a one-way ticket to being single, and second, that's just inconsiderate. But like, I've seen it, and I've seen it personally at parties, at get-togethers, whatever. Like, the guy's partying and having a good time, and his girl is not vibing with any of the girls there. She's not having a good time, and sometimes
you should just be able to recognize that and go.
Yeah, but it's also being responsible too, because here's what I'll say, and I like to have a good time. Okay, I don't drink a lot. I don't drink often, but when we go out, I have drinks and we have dinner, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
but I'm always cognizant of the fact that like I have to get her home safe.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not worried about it and we've just Ubered there and we're going to Uber home, awesome. But I have to calculate like, hey, we're going to be here for a certain number, an hour or two, maybe.
Yeah, you've never made me feel uncomfortable,
That's good.
like ever,
Yeah.
with that.
Well, because I have to be.
You know your limit. I know how to read you
Yeah.
in case you
Yeah,
are not.
You've checked in like, are you sure you're good?
You're good.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm
Okay.
good.
I mean,
But I feel there's a responsibility in that I make sure that you're home safe, that we get home safe.
it's because you protect me. I love that.
Well, and I mean, as a man should.
Yeah.
There are certain old world values as we move ahead in this new millennium that should stay. And a man protecting his woman, I think, is one of them. You know? And I'm not saying like in an overbearing sort of way, because
No.
there's times that goes too far.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't be crazy, but
You've never tried to like over alpha me or anything like that. It's never been like that.
I just hate all that machismo fucking
Yeah,
bullshit. Like you don't need to project being an alpha to be an alpha. There's no such
You
thing.
either
Like,
are or you're
and I
not.
hate all that talk anyway. Like, oh, what the fuck is a sigma? Like all this shit. Like
Sigma. What
there's
is Sigma?
alphas, there's betas, and then there's sigmas. Sigmas are like the stoic dudes. You know that like, and I'll say that there's value to certain aspects of stoicism, like controlling your emotions and and knowing how to move through the world in a stable, controlled manner. I understand that.
Yeah, but how much are you holding in?
Holding in is,
And when are you going to explode?
no, it's not about holding in.
It's not?
No, it's about controlling how you react. Like you can't control what happens to you or around you, but you can control how you react to it. And that's
Yeah, but isn't some of that holding in?
no. You can still say what you want to say or do what you want to do in a situation. Like say like a guy was acting all big and tough and he wanted to fight. Well, there's a way you can de-escalate that, still be a man about it, and not let your emotions get the better of you.
Okay.
So it's controlling how you react to the stimuli provided.
Okay. So it's not holding back.
No. It's just addressing it like an adult and knowing that like violence isn't the first response or the second response. That's the sigma, I guess. I fuck if I know, really. I don't get into all this
We're gonna
shit.
have to Google
I people shoot these videos and I see it and I go, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. I have no idea. I know I'm not a beta guy, but I don't think I'm like a fucking alpha male either. And I think that the guys that say that they are really aren't. If you have to say it, then you aren't one.
Right.
And what is being an alpha? Are you out there hunting for your food and bringing it back to the house? That's an alpha. If you're not out there doing that, then shut the fuck up.
It's a level. Isn't it like a level of confidence?
No, it's
a whole bunch of things.
It's a whole bunch of things, but in the end, the guys that tout this alpha mentality are usually compensating for something that they lack. It's not. It's an insecurity-based mindset. It's not. An alpha turns on being an alpha when it's required. Like if somebody physically attacked you in my presence, then I'm gonna fuck them up or get fucked up. But whatever the case may be, you're gonna get away and you're gonna be okay.
Okay.
That's an alpha move. That's not bragging about, fuck dude, how much you bench? Like that's not an alpha thing. An alpha as a man is somebody that is kind, is loving and thoughtful to his person.
An alpha doesn't have to tell anyone.
No, you don't tell any. You're not talking about I'm an alpha.
Alpha females.
There are, and they're annoying. Sorry, ladies, but listen. I know that a lot of you are career-oriented women that work really hard. You are, but you're not.
Alpha?
No, you're not an alpha. But
I'm not an alpha.
But because you like more traditional.
I do.
Thing in a relationship.
I do.
Yeah, but it's like there's these women out there that like, I want it, but you behave like a man. Your behavior to compete the way you're competing is very manly. It's off-putting to a guy. A guy doesn't want a girl that's like his equal in that regard. He wants a woman to be soft and feminine, and yes, have her shit together and be a go-getter, but that's not the same thing as being a boss bitch or whatever that like thinks her shit doesn't stink. And it's another toxic mentality.
Yeah.
Just like toxic men with their alpha
it was
bullshit.
like when we were watching the Love is Blind UK with the one
the one girl that was career focused all the time. What was her name? The British chick?
Oh, she was just tough. She was just tough on everybody in general.
Everybody. But I'm saying she didn't let guys in.
She was like that.
She didn't let dudes in at all. And you never Sophie,
like,
that's her name. Sophie.
Yeah.
And you didn't know who she really was. Like and I found her to be more real after she was off.
Yes.
And just hanging out with everybody at the bars and whatever. I found her to be more real in that.
She wasn't
scenario.
on the show. In a way, it's a competition.
Yeah.
Right. And then like, she wasn't on the show. She wasn't like performing for it anymore.
Right. She wasn't competing.
Yeah, she wasn't.
But she didn't do a great job of that. Like, what I mean?
Yeah. But not that she should have had to.
But she couldn't be vulnerable. And I think that in order to be able to be in, especially in a show like Love is Blind, where you can't see the person, you don't know who they are, you're going to be married in 2 weeks or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
Like, in that scenario, vulnerability is going to have to be key, because you have no idea who that person really is if they're not. And you're just going on face value. Well, how am I going to connect with you if you can't be honest about who you really are?
Yeah.
So that's, red and green flags, what you should look for. I mean, what are the qualities that you look for in your ideal partner?
Well, we talked about just when I was talking about the green flags, like I like people that are nice and respectful to other people. I mean, that really is the biggest thing for me.
Kindness to people that you don't have to be kind to is, that's a marker of an emotionally intelligent person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And protective. Those are good qualities.
Yeah, I'll kill a bitch.
Well.
I'm just saying, I hope it never ever comes to that, but I'm just telling you, if somebody breaks into the house or I hear a noise, I'm definitely going out to check it out.
Yeah.
So. And if I really thought there was danger, I'd be like, honey, go get your, and lock the door and call 911, Mm-hmm. You guys know what I'm talking about. Pew, pew.
We'll take care of that business if it needs to be taken.
Right. But I think qualities I look for in a woman, kindness as well. I think that is, how good of a mother is she if she has children is such a big tell for me. Because I want a woman who is kind with her children, but is also firm with her children and doesn't put up with any nonsense, because I want those kids to be, raised right if I'm going to be a part
well-rounded.
Yeah. And if I'm going to have kids with that woman, and so like, I look to like, how does she treat her children? How does she treat her family? How does she treat, how does she treat just people in general? Like you were saying, also, is she open?
Open to
new experiences, open to trying new kinds of foods that she's never had. I mean, obviously you don't like seafood. I'm not going to make you eat seafood. You don't like it.
I try everything once.
Right.
So even certain types of seafood.
Right.
So I have had crab and stuff like that I say that I hate because I really
you don't like it.
Hate it.
But you gave it a shot.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way. But I want somebody that is open. Somebody that's open to being vulnerable with me when we get close. That can tell me things that they wouldn't tell anybody else, and me being comfortable enough with them to do the same. I watched this video about how a lot of men don't feel comfortable with telling their women things that they're vulnerable about, because they worry through past experiences with other women that it'll get thrown back in their face.
Okay.
You know, their vulnerability, their doubts.
And I can see that.
Yeah. And so the one thing I'll say about you and I is I've never felt like I couldn't come to you with a problem of doubt or insecurity
Nope.
or anything like that.
Nope.
And
that took me a while to get used to, because you would bring anything and everything to me, and you would show all of your emotion to it too.
Yeah. I felt safe with you.
Yeah.
I felt that like I could open up to you because you would never dream of holding the thing I said to you against me,
No.
or thinking I was less of a man
Nope.
for talking to you, because
Nope.
God damn it, I'll tell you, and from my personal experience, I've had it thrown back in my face.
Mhm.
Oh, well, you're not really a man. Remember when you did this and you talked to me about this and you cried about it, and like, you know, it's like,
So
man.
there is a stigma, right? When we talk about men that cry, and I've talked about this with like my girlfriends and stuff too.
yeah,
Some of them are more emotional than others.
I'm a softie.
And that's that's okay, but it did take me some getting used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've never dated a I was gonna say a crier. You're not a crier. Someone so in touch with his feelings. But yeah, it did take me a little bit to get used to. I never had a negative thought about it. Never a negative thought.
A lot of my tears are happy tears.
They are, but even that I wasn't used to.
I've always been a very emotional, even as a kid, like very in touch with that.
Yeah.
And
you make it okay for me to be the same way. Like I've held in stuff for so long, and you know, having some of the conversations that we have, and you being able to be so vulnerable with me allows me to be again vulnerable with you, and that's really one of the ways that we jive so well.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's you know, my dad, you know, for the lack of being able to give solid advice a lot of times, you know, he does have some moments. My dad even taught me as a young age, you know, son, it's okay to show emotion. It's okay if you're upset and you're upset about something that's really serious or really important. You can cry. It's okay. You know, you're not less of a man because you shed a tear. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're stronger for that. You know, and so that was always in my head. It doesn't make you less of a man to cry. Now, if you're crying and whining like a little bitch about a bunch of stupid shit, fine. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, you know, you're watching Dances with Wolves for the 37th time and you're still crying, like, you know.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's just don't be that guy. But it's okay if you're in a moment with your partner.
Remember the movie Bedazzled?
With Brendan Fraser,
and he was the emotional guy.
That's a big turnoff. That is a big turnoff. Women will not like that guy. That is the guy that gets friend zoned immediately. That's the guy that gets used for like, I'm all out of maxi pads. Could you run to the store? And he's like, anything you want. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll go to the store and get whatever feminine hygiene products I got to get. I've got no shame. It doesn't bother me at all. I mean, you know, it's no big deal.
No.
Who cares?
No, that's hilarious.
It's so stupid. People, remember when you were younger, some guys would be like, I'm not buying fucking tampons or maxi pads.
I've been with him that won't. Well, I don't know what I'm getting, so I don't even want to try.
Listen, I don't know what I'm getting. That's why I'm like, send me a picture and I'll get wings plus with extra whatever. I don't fucking know. Like, is it going to fly away? I don't know, but you know. It's got to have the wings, apparently, and it's got to be super absorbent. Is it a heavy flow day? Is it a light flow day? Those questions, they need to be answered because they have real fucking consequences. If it's a heavy flow day and I bring home a light one, it's not going to work. She's like, no, I need a fucking heavy flow. I got a heavy flow.
What did the pad say to the fart?
I don't know.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
Fucking Jesus Christ. That is so bad.
I know. My bestie from middle school.
And now a request
Taught
of
me that
dedication. Casey,
My sister writing in to tell you that she's always been the wind beneath my wings. She's got cancer now, and we're all praying for her.
You gotta do the Delilah voice.
I don't even know the Delilah
You don't know
voice.
Delilah?
You know what I found out? A lot of black folks like Delilah.
It's great to listen to.
Everybody likes Delilah.
It makes you happy.
I don't think I ever listened to one thing of Delilah. I don't know what she even sounds like.
Yeah, people
Is it like a sexy voice, like a sultry voice?
No,
Like, hey, it's Delilah.
it's just very comforting.
Oh, so it's like somebody's mom.
Yeah.
It's really sweet.
Yes.
Except she's talking to you about sex and relationships.
I don't know how much about sex.
Well, I did.
Relationship
Remember Dr.
stuff.
Ruth? I used to listen to that crazy old cunt.
I never got to listen to
Dr. Ruth?
Dr. Ruth.
Somebody was banging the shit out of that lady because she had a
was-
lot of knowledge. Like either in her youth, I don't know what
I
Dr.
aspire
Ruth
to
looked
be
like
like
when she
Dr.
was.
Ruth.
Yeah, I don't know what she looked like when she was younger, but the way she talked about sex, like Dr. Ruth was getting it in. That little old lady was like, her and Betty White were fucking slinging it. Anyway, we went on a date night.
Oh yes, we had date night on Saturday.
Remember last week we told you guys we were going to Winter Garden?
Yep.
And so we went to Winter Garden, and there's going to be a clip up on our Instagram page and YouTube of our fun time in Winter Garden,
Yep.
showing you guys what we did. Great little town.
Yeah, it was real cute. So we got there at night, so it was, cute and lit up with Christmas lights and stuff. But yeah, we got there and we first went to a martini bar.
We went to Pilar's Martini Bar and Loft, and in the Loft area they have live jazz every Saturday.
That was awesome.
It was great. Like, I'm not like a huge jazz person per se, but and I would have never thought that I'd be sitting on a Saturday night drinking cocktails, listening to jazz with you.
We had a charcuterie board and everything.
Yeah, we had a whole big old, as my friend Elena says, a big old charcuterie board.
Charcuterie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good charcuterie board too.
It was.
I was almost not wanting to eat after it. We didn't take pictures of our food because it was dimly lit in there, and I didn't want to put a flash on the camera. But
yeah,
I got some pictures of our drinks and stuff. I had an old fashioned because I love those, and I also had this thing called the Woodsman. All their cocktails are craft cocktails. They're really good, and they range in price from like $10 to I think the most expensive is like $18, but they're worth the money. I'll tell you this, flavor profile wise, just delicious. Yeah,
mine was delicious. I do not remember the name of it, but it was like a.
Didn't you get the pear?
No, it was not pear. I got it was like a strawberry lemonade with gin.
Oh, that's what you got. Yeah,
I forget what the name. It was like it was a number. It was like 1867, number 9 or something like that. I forget.
But it was very good.
It was very good.
So if you guys are, anywhere near Winter Garden, go on down to their downtown area. It was like, honestly, it was kind of like going back in time.
It was. Lots of cute shots.
Families everywhere. Kids, families, people. Just it wasn't overcrowded.
They were open park areas where kids were out there
plenty of
kicking
parking
around soccer ball.
Yeah, plenty of parking. Open air bars, like where you could just sit down and have a drink and watch the game.
Yep.
Yeah, but we went to Pilar's. Pilar's was excellent. I can't recommend it more. The staff was very friendly.
Very friendly.
The menu is done by the fine dining restaurant downstairs. What was it?
Market side.
Market to table or farm to table. One of those things.
Something like
to the table. Yeah. Anyway, and so they had a great menu, and that place did their food. So if you wanted to enjoy some nice jazz music and some good drinks, and still get food from the high-end restaurant downstairs, you can do that at Pilar's. And it was awesome. And the owner was there that night. She was a super nice lady. It's on the second floor. The first floor is Pilar's as well. It's just the bar area. And then the loft is up the elevator one floor. Very friendly staff. Very good prices. And we had a blast there. And then we left there. And we went for a walk. Down to Kelly's Ice Cream.
Yeah, we found Kelly's homemade ice cream.
Kelly's homemade ice cream.
And it was delicious.
It was really good. And I
had like a chocolate covered cherry ice cream. It was
and I had like an apple pie ice cream, and it was just like legitimately like vanilla ice cream with entire pieces of an apple pie inside of it. Like it
Chunked up.
so good.
Mhm.
So good. And then we walked around for a little bit and checked out like most of the shops were closed, but we were
By the
looking
time we were
around.
done with dinner and listening to the jazz,
Yeah.
it was later. So some of the
The shops were closed, but we had it's a nice place to walk. It's really
Mhm.
done up for Christmas right now. It looks absolutely beautiful. If you get a chance to head into Winter Garden, we highly recommend going. Go to Pilar's, go to any of those places down there. They all look really nice, and I guarantee you, we'll be back.
oh yeah, we'll be back, and I want to go a little bit earlier because I want to go
Yeah.
through all those shops
Yeah, they have a lot of really
because their
cool,
storefronts were set up real cute.
Yeah, every one of them had great displays for the holidays and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So what did you think about like the whole experience? Just
I really enjoyed it down there, but again, I want to go when it's a
Mhm.
little bit
Yeah.
lighter and get to
yeah, we'll shoot some content
Explore
for the
some-
light side of
yeah.
of Winter Garden.
yeah,
Yeah, like when they did a really good job in their downtown.
because it's right there by the water too, and we
Yeah.
didn't get to experience
That's
that either.
true. We didn't get to go to the
We'll
lake.
be going back.
We're going back to
Yeah.
Winter Garden. We're invading you again, Winter Garden.
Funny.
So,
Well.
yeah, it was fun. So, listen, if you guys have any ideas for stuff we could do on a date night, feel free to email us. It's Date Night Podcast. That's date and NITE, not the way you normally spell night with the GHT. So, Date Night NITE at podcast 69, or it's something like that. I'll post it up on the. It'll be on the video, so you guys can email us your date night ideas.
Right here.
And if you have anything that you would like for us to talk about, or maybe you have a story to share about something you've experienced in the dating world, or
Yeah, 'cause-
relationships or sex.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just, recent fun dates you've been on. We want to hear the funny stories too.
Yeah, awkward stories.
Yeah.
Like first dates gone awry. Like
Oh, yeah.
Feel free to send us all those emails, and we will definitely read them, and we will put you on the show and talk about your story. And we'll leave the names out if you want. We're not gonna name names here on this show.
Yeah, nope.
I think, we'll change them. Some of the names of the people have been changed to protect their identity.
Yes.
But we don't know what we're doing this weekend because it's going to be the holiday weekend. So we're probably just going to be doing family time. But hey, you know what? I'm going to shoot some content for Thanksgiving, and we'll have that out for
Yeah,
you guys.
well, we'll have Saturday Friendsgiving.
Oh, we're doing a Friendsgiving Saturday with all of our friends, and we're going to do, so I'll shoot some stuff for that and
Yeah.
give you guys a sneak peek into our lives and what we do and how we do this. I feel like I talked a lot in this episode.
You did. It's okay. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I felt like I'm talking too much. I want to hear you too. But yeah, no, we're having a blast, and we're enjoying doing this podcast together. And honestly, doing it's bringing us closer, and we're
I mean, this is a date for us.
kinda, yeah.
I mean, it's a weeknight,
Yeah.
but it's something that we can do together. We both enjoy it. We just sit here and talk to each other
Yeah.
alone,
Yeah.
just the two of us.
Right.
It's a lot of fun.
It is fun. Oh, I got this thing I wanted to bring up too, because somebody had mentioned it to me. I don't know where to get them. So if you guys find them online, it'd be really cool. They have these date night scratch off tickets.
Oh.
And so you scratch off a ticket, and then it tells you what you're doing for that date night. And
that's pretty cool.
They range from inexpensive to expensive. And obviously, if you don't have the dough, you don't have to do the expensive one just because the card says so. But it's something fun. And it gives you a thing that you have to go do for your date night. And I was like, that is cool. A lot of the arguments couples get into is, what are they going to do? Where are they going to go? Like, what are they going to eat? And this kind of eliminates that.
Well, that's funny that you say that, like, about maybe you don't have enough dough to do this. Like, we should really focus on a date night where we don't spend anything.
That's cool. Cheap date night ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Where we just go do inventive things.
I like that.
I like that too. Yeah.
I'm thinking of some other ideas too. Like, maybe we have one where we're shooting at the house, but we're like cooking dinner together, and that's
that's
a date
great.
night. Isn't that what, I think
that would be fun if you guys would like to see us cooking and cursing at the food while
Because-
we're making it?
I have never been able to share a kitchen with anyone. I don't even share one with my own mom. I want everyone out of the kitchen when I'm in there, but I can share a kitchen with him and I can cook with him. No?
Sometimes she goes, babe, I love you, but you got to get out of here right now.
Well, if you're not helping,
I'm a distraction sometimes.
if we're actually working on something together,
Yeah. Oh,
then,
no, we're great.
then it's good.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
if you're just standing there in the way, I will tell you to get out of the way.
I'll be in there just pinching her butt and grabbing her around the waist like, hey, babe.
I'm going to shoo him off.
But she shoos me off. She's not upset because secretly
I'm not upset. I love it.
she loves it. That is a love language we
It's
share.
not a secret. I
No,
love it.
We love touch. That is not. It's good that our love languages gel like
love.
that.
Yeah, love language
Yeah.
and laughing.
And laughing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll be back next week.
Yep.
We're going to have some Thanksgiving content. I hope you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family and your friends and everybody that comes along. And you guys have a great holiday. And we'll be back next week with some holiday shenanigans. And then maybe we'll discuss some cool things you can bring to Thanksgiving and our holidays or whatever.
Yeah,
and
that's a good idea.
And we'll talk about Friendsgivings because those are popular now and we're doing them apparently. So, not that I mind. I don't mind. I'm just,
I love you.
I love you too. We love you guys. All right, we'll be
guys.
back next week. Thank you for tuning in.
So thankful for each and every one of you.
I'm Jesse,
I'm Kelly.
and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Peace.
Date night.